When I was volunteering at an event, a group of girls looked lost, so I decided to be friendly and offer my assistance. As I began to ask them where they were trying to go, they just looked at me with a blank stare as if they didn't understand. They shared a few words of confusion with each other in Spanish. Then I realized that the blank stares were because of a language barrier. Instantly, I spoke my language that I grew up speaking, the language that was so familiar to me. This time, when I spoke, their eyes were wide with surprise. Ay, ¿tú hablas español? Yo pensaba que tú eras morena. Oh, you speak Spanish? I thought you were black. Even though something inside me told me their confusion of my ethnicity made me uncomfortable, I wasn't completely surprised because this wasn't the first time I experienced these words. I had to inform them I did speak and understand Spanish. It is my heritage after all. But nonetheless, this is what I usually hear from other people when they realize I'm Latina. I corrected them and let them know, which only led to surprised faces and further questions that I didn't feel like answering for the simple fact that it was all repetitive to me, and hearing it more than once annoyed me. It made me feel like I was less Dominican because other people didn't see my Latina features. Some say that I sound harsh or rude when I correct them on their assumptions about what race I am. Being a teenage girl in today's society, I take a lot of pride in my ethnicity and culture because it's who I've always been. And in this society, you always represent who you are. So just like no one likes to be called something that they aren't, I don't like being called anything other than what I am, Latina. People don't realize this, going on with their wide eyes and astonished expressions. It gets tiring to hear this every time after meeting a new person. Eventually, I got so fed up with the curious comments about what race I looked like, I finally started telling my friends I was African just to satisfy them. Some knew I was joking, others believed me. Whatever the case, I just let them come up with their own assumptions about who I was. I started to let their comments rule who I was and what I thought of myself. Their comments made me uncomfortable and made me think that since it was coming from so many people, that what they were saying was true. After deciding not to bother correcting people about my ethnicity, I felt a sense of relief. I no longer had to explain my heritage to others who weren't important anyways. But as I told this lie over and over, I realized that being Dominican is who I am. It's the way I identify myself. I realized that my ethnicity is very important to me. The way I speak, the habits I have, the way I look, all come from my Dominican heritage, something that I express every day. Since working at Girls Leap, a nonprofit organization devoted to building confidence in young girls and helping them find out who they are, I feel like I've gotten a better definition of what it is to have your own identity. The personal mandalas, a self-reflecting chart about who you are, helped me realize who I was as a person. I realized that almost every time I did this chart, I would always put that I'm Latina. At Girls Leap, they teach us to be a team mentor on and off the clock, so I always have to portray the image of confidence. When having to physically show this quality, I eventually did become confident in myself and who I was as a whole. By telling others that I was African, I wasn't accepting myself. I was becoming a conformist, letting other people's opinion rule me. I now know that neglecting who I was wasn't the best way to portray confidence in my identity, and it's all thanks to being a team mentor with Girls Leap.